Yeah, shit has guitar playing, I know. Well, welcome back, guys, to the ScoobCast. Now, as you can tell, today it's quite an interesting episode because it's fucking 5 or 6 months since I've done one of these things. Now, we have a lot to cover, or at least a lot of interesting topics that I want to cover. So, it's been quite a while, yeah. So, a lot of things are happening, especially right now in February, almost at the end of March, or not the end of March, but the end of February. So, in the time that I've been gone, which is since September, which is like fucking a year ago, basically, a lot has changed. So, how about we talk about some of the most interesting things that I believe happened during this time? But there's a lot of interesting things, and I don't want to cover them all in this video because it's going to just be way too long. So, I guess I'll just talk about my upload schedule first and kind of just why it took me almost 5, 6 months basically to upload a new episode. Now, I know I said in the last video that it would have been a guest episode. This one would have been a guest episode, but unfortunately, well, I just want to do this instead because it's a lot easier and I can cover a lot more things quickly. But pretty much, the problem with having guest episodes is that not only do I have to be entertaining, which I guess I probably aren't, but that's just how it be, the guest also has to be entertaining. So it's just kind of, it's kind of hard to talk about certain things because sometimes the guest doesn't know what I'm talking about, or they have to ask for context, or they're just kind of silent the entire time, just kind of nodding to what I'm saying. And I'd imagine some of you probably feel that with some episodes, which, yeah, I'd agree. Some of them are just kind of them nodding. But I promise you I'll try and have guest episodes, but really, I try and do videos when I can and have the best time to. And currently, right now, I have some time to make one. So I have time to upload it. Because, well, I've gotten my fucking work done for school. And, well, I don't really have much to do. So yeah. Uh, it took 6 months to upload an episode, and quite frankly, it's more not because I gave up on the series after like 5 or 4 episodes, but mainly just because, well, yeah, I had no time. I couldn't fucking upload anything. Now, I mentioned this on my Discord server. If you're even in it, you probably should join it. Links in the description. Join it, please. But I mentioned that I'm doing an editing gig thing at my school. So it means that I have deadlines to accomplish. So I don't really have time to upload videos. And along with all the schoolwork I have to do, my fucking hair is like molding. I look like a fucking old man right now. But it means that I don't have much time to really do anything. And the only times that I really just I'm tired of school. So I just go home and play video games and whatnot because I'm fucking tired. I just want to relax. But by the time I feel motivated to begin making shit for videos, it's already too late and I have to go to bed because I have to fucking get up at 6 a.m., do the exact same fucking thing over and over again. So, and plus, I'm trying to focus on just keeping my life going, really. So, really, it's just no time, really. Just no time, nothing. Now, on my main channel, it's going to be almost probably 2 months if I can't get a video out since my last uploaded. And unfortunately, the video I'm trying to upload, well, I haven't really gotten started, which it's unfortunate, but that's why I'm going to try and switch to gaming videos. But that's just really what's been going on. Just kind of an update, I guess, since if anyone wants to listen, but I doubt anyone watches these videos for more than 30 seconds before clicking off, since not many people listen to podcasts for very long. At least most people who don't use it for background noise, essentially. But yeah. So let's get into the main topics besides me coping and seething about my upload schedule. But the big one today is that Russia is actually invading Ukraine. They are going into it. They are full force in it. They're raw dogging it, trying to take it over. And politics aside about, I guess, President Biden and fucking whoever's fault it is that this is happening currently, but it's quite unfortunate that the people of Ukraine have to suffer through this. Quite frankly, it's unfortunate that people have to suffer through wars at all. And really, it's just kind of it's kind of like a cat and mouse game between rich people essentially who rule their countries. It's they don't focus on the people, and the people are usually the ones who get hurt way more than just the military because militaries, if not utterly defeated, they can recover. But people, well, if people's infrastructure is destroyed, well, for them, it may take literal years for them to recover from anything. I mean, certain Eastern European countries, after the Cold War ended and the Soviet Union collapsed, they just couldn't recover really as much as capitalist countries could because they couldn't, well, they were still stuck under that system. And it took many years before they started doing their own thing and setting up economies, but their economy is utterly destroyed and all that. So, quite frankly, it's unfortunate that people have to suffer through these kinds of things. And Ukraine is no different because not only have they had rebels fighting with each other, Russian rebels fighting with Ukraine soldiers, now they have to deal with real Russian soldiers invading their territory, and the people, and Russia has nukes, and America has nukes too. So either this is going to be basically a proxy war, or it's going to be potentially something that could end thousands of innocent lives, which is pretty sad to think about. But yeah, I fucking keep voice cracking. I can't fucking talk. You know that? I can't really fucking talk as a 14-year-old person. Fucking shit ass. But yeah, I don't really want to talk politics side of things because, well, I mean, it's quite frankly, it's retarded on all sides, but it's just really unfortunate. I mean, I want to make jokes about it, obviously, just kind of, because make light of a sad and dark situation. If anyone is free to call me jaded for making jokes about fucking Putin raw dogging Ukraine currently, but I think really in the times we are currently, there's not much we can do with anything. There is no way we can really handle most things. So we have to use other ways to cope and kind of distract ourselves. And I don't mean in the sense that the media or whatever tries to publish things that distract people from absolute misery, but just, how about communicating with each other, talking with each other about things? And, well, I mean, most people in Ukraine, well, they're either evacuating currently or they're staying in their country. And if you're staying in your country, even though two superpowers are going to be going at war with each other, I commend you, or kind of commend you. But I mean, preferably you'd want to evacuate because you're going to probably fucking die, but who knows? All right, well, yeah. So, Ukraine overall, it's kind of a shitty situation, really. I mean, I would say that Putin kind of sucks ass. That seems too political for me. Kind of a dick, Kind of sucks. Kind of a dictator, but we don't talk about that, of course. He's kind of a dictator. But yeah. All right. Well, apart from Ukraine getting raw dogged by Russia and getting the stanky eye and stanky leg all over, it's just a shitty situation. Now, if you want to talk about the politics side of things, you can go argue with that on Twitter, but I'm not going to be doing that. I mean, if anyone is going to put the blame on someone for Ukraine besides Putin because he's a fucking terrible person, but if anyone's going to put blame on certain people for this situation, I mean, you're just a fucking lunatic and you're crazy because this is just Russia's doing. They are the ones that invaded Ukraine. If you want to put your blame on someone, put it on Putin because it doesn't matter if Biden is shitting himself in front of the Pope. Okay, this is all Russia's doing. They are the ones wanting to invade Ukraine. And I mean, for how incompetent Biden can be, he's doing what everyone expects him to. He's going to send armies and troops and supplies and all that to the forces so they can possibly hold a chance. I don't know if Ukraine is probably going to win this. I mean, Russia has nukes. That's a pretty big deterrent. If Ukraine manages to somehow defeat most of the forces, which they could because they have the home advantage, because it's in their home country after all, well, I mean, you're going to probably expect to see Russia just dropping bombs on them constantly if they're able to defeat a lot of the ground troops currently invading. So, Ugh. And I mean, I've seen photos of countries like Ukraine that have been torn by rebels and blown up, and just a lot of death, really. And it just kind of like, it just shows how like inhuman some people are. They don't care about people. They care about financing themselves in their own pockets, really. So this whole war, I mean, Putin himself, he's just being a dictator, and he's just trying to invade a country that isn't his anymore. It's not Russia's country, bro. It's not your country. It is its own separate country. The Soviet Union collapsed. Cope, seethe, mauled. Get over it. Fuck you, fucking dick. So, yeah. If any Ukraine people are watching this, you should leave a comment about what's happening currently with you and your own family. And I wish you guys Godspeed. At least evacuate, please. I mean, surely you want to be alive, not fucking dead. But if you know what, if you want to fight for the cause, then do it. Fight for your country. Make sure Putin gets his fucking finger stuck up his own ass instead of Ukraine's. But yeah. All right. Well, next thing, Kyle Rittenhouse. I really wanted to talk about this at the time, but I was kind of late to it, of course. So this is quite interesting. Kyle Rittenhouse. If you don't know what happened, basically about a year or two ago, a 17-year-old kid named Kyle Rittenhouse. He went to Kenosha, Wisconsin, I think, and there was like a BLM protest going on, and I think it was likely gonna turn violent, like most of them do a lot of the time, which is unfortunate because it's for a good cause. But basically, yeah. So he went to a protest armed because he wanted to protect some of the businesses in Kenosha. Reasonable stuff, basically. I mean, a lot of the people there are really angry and they want to burn shit, so might as well just protect them. And there were a lot of other armed, groups that were trying to protect businesses. And, for the most part, they weren't getting violent, of course, but they were intimidating. And some of the dumbasses inside or who were at the protest protesting, they, wanted to provoke them and all that. And well, they just I mean, it's pretty obvious from the footage basically, but basically some shitheads who are also pedophiles, by the way. I mean, this is pretty funny because the people who fight for justice and racism to be ended are also people who have done incredibly heinous things themselves. But we don't talk about that. We talk about how innocent they were, how innocent that they were killed by someone who is reasonable and not a fucking degenerate. But yeah, basically, I think two people, two people who were pedophiles, and they were trying to provoke Kyle Rittenhouse here. He was armed with an AR-15. They ran up to him, tried punching him, but like a good rifleman he is, he fucking shot him, man, and they died. One other got shot, but he survived, so he was testifying at his case. Now, I don't know if you saw Kyle Rittenhouse's case on TV, but it was pretty embarrassing to say the least. I mean, holy shit, the prosecutor fucking failed horribly. I mean, he was basically contradicting himself constantly, and like, whenever the prosecutor was asking Kyle Rittenhouse about questions about like just him being violent or not, and Kyle Rittenhouse, it was like super basic. I think one of the questions he asked him was like, "So when you saw a fire, you ran from it, even with your AR-15, and then you shot this so and so person. Why were you running?" So that was kind of the question, sort of, kind of. I think I got it completely wrong, but basically he was asking like why he was running from a fire, and Kyle Rittenhouse has to tell this 30, 40-year-old lawyer, prosecutor who's trying to convict him, basically, that I was running because there's a fucking fire. I mean, um, seems like something any other human would do. So yeah, basically, prosecutors shit themselves trying to convict him, and wow, the jury, like any reasonable people, acquitted him for the murder charges. On all charges, actually. So he's freed. Kyle Rittenhouse got freed, which is great. Although, it's also kind of a double edged sword. This means that if you do self defense on someone, you have to kill someone because you're in fear of your life. It means that if you have to go to court for it, there's a good chance you are definitely going to get, you're going to get out. You're going to get freed because the jury and judges, all that, know that you did it in self defense, assuming they don't fucking believe false evidence from prosecutors. But it's also a double-edged sword because, well, on the negative side of things, this is going to cause more riots, and, well, I'm pretty sure it did. I mean, holy shit, people were so mad that Kyle Rittenhouse got out that, they were calling him a Nazi. They were calling other people who were, like, defending him Nazis, people who were interviewing him. And I would I would agree. I'm kidding. No, I wouldn't agree. He's not a fucking Nazi. But I I agree that he's a Nazi because he does crypto. But you know what? Yeah, I mean crypto is shit, but I mean, he has no choice. I mean, Kyle Rittenhouse for about a month or two was like the most famous person in the entire nation for that time. I mean, he was basically the nation's like Republican puppet, basically. So everyone wanted to, you know, use him as their example for their agenda and all that. So Kyle Rittenhouse, he probably won't ever be able to get an actual job because I'd imagine most of the places where he tries to apply for a job are just going to be like, "You're Kyle Rittenhouse. You shot and killed two people and got away with it scot-free. I don't agree with that, buddy, even though you killed pedophiles and they were charged with convictions and they were fucking terrible and they were violently protesting. Fuck you, fucking dick." So, yeah, I guess he has no choice but to do crypto, which I guess I understand, but crypto still sucks. If you do crypto, fuck you, fucking dick. Kill yourself. Yeah. Honestly, yeah. So, oh yeah, crypto. I guess I should have talked about that. NFTs. I love screenshotting NFTs. I love it. It's like my crack cocaine. I like doing it. I'm addicted to screenshotting monkeys that are terribly drawn and randomly generated by an AI. But yeah, I hope the audio is good. I hope at this point that when I can't really tell if the fucking audio is good or not in post until I get into post, but we'll see. Now, yeah, so Kyle Rittenhouse got free, and that's cool. It shows that, First and Second Amendment, Third Amendment, all that, they work. It works. You can defend yourself against someone who's trying to beat you up. But, I mean, it's also kind of sad because people in this nation have now become so brainwashed by certain publications and institutions that even a clear case of self-defense that was justified, although to there could be arguments of him being convicted, which I think in some cases he probably should have been convicted, but not like for murder, just for small things. But yeah, it's a clear case of self-defense, and yet people don't think he fucking did it in self-defense. They think he fucking murdered people because he has like Nazism in his heart. But no, he's not a Nazi. He's literally come out and said that he supports Black Lives Matter and that, he supports what it stands for. Of course, he probably doesn't support the fucking riots, which is probably why he went to a riot with AR-15. He wanted to defend people's businesses. Because as you know, they burn down businesses because, well, ooh, I can take advantage of a chaotic situation. I am a terrible person. I have no bitches on my dick. So yeah, that's kind of like Kyle Rittenhouse right there. I don't know where he is currently. I know he has that Twitter and he's promoting NFTs and all that. Get the AR-15 Kyle Rittenhouse NFT shooting fucking pedophiles. Woohoo. All right. Let's talk about another one that's kind of recent. There were rumors and a hoax that the Queen of England died. Holy shit, the Queen of England. Someone who doesn't even do anything. They just fucking take tax money. But basically, yeah. So I think some Australian publications, I don't know where they got their sources. I guess they made them up like Chad's. I fucking source made it up. But yeah, I guess, I don't know, something happened and a bunch of Australian publications had the mistake that the Queen of England died. I Their first mistake was assuming that she got sick in the first place. I mean, that woman is basically invincible. It doesn't matter if the sun expands to bigger than its size 5 billion years in the future. She will still be there. She will be like still there and she will never die. But yeah, and yeah, that was her first mistake. But anyways, so pretty much, yeah, they assumed that the Queen died. It's cool and whatever. So it's just kind of funny, a funny situation overall. But I think what's the most retarded about this situation is that some of the people who publish these false articles out of just, I don't know if this is like pure stupidity or just trying to defend themselves, but they are still stuck, they're adamant about their claims that the queen died. But it's pretty clear she's still alive. I mean, the royal house and all that knows about her condition, so it's not like she's dead. If they, if she was dead, we'd know, but no, she's not. So it's just kind of funny because it kind of shows just how nowadays the media is just like very adamant about their controlled beliefs. If you step out of line, you are not a media person. You are a fucking terrorist or whatever. So this kind of situation just kind of shows like, just falsifying shit happens all the time in news. And it makes people believe false things, which I mean, it happens with BLM, happens with Trump, happens with Biden, happens with everything. Now, I know I sound like a Nazi right now, and that I support fucking Hitler or something, but I don't support Hitler. However, I don't support Biden either. I don't support Trump. I don't support really any of them. But this is just kind of the whole shtick. People like to believe false things, and when it comes to being exposed for believing those false things or creating those false informations, then they just stay adamant about their claims and they never shut the fuck up about it. So it's just kind of like, it shows the downward spiral that we have gone on. So, yeah, this whole situation with the queen, it reminds me of people in politics, of course. Like, for example, I see a bunch of kids in my school who are, whatever, Trump supporters, fucking Republicans, farmers, yeehaw, doing my sister, mom, dad, fucking grandma, whatever. But basically, they have unnecessarily open beliefs about Trump and Republicans in general. And my question to them is, why do you have to be so open about your political beliefs? No one gives a shit. In fact, everyone just wants you to wear normal shirts and not fucking wear Trump hats to days where we're having fun days where you wear costumes and all that to fucking school and not fucking Trump hats, cowboy hats. Yeah, I really don't get this. I mean, you can support whoever you want, but I mean, I have the right to call you a fucking idiot for having all these Trump stickers on your fucking laptop, your fucking Chromebook, your fucking terrible ass Chromebook, but I really don't get why people have to be so open about their political beliefs. Now, of course, that seems pretty hypocritical considering I just said I don't support Biden, I don't support Trump, I don't like Nazis. But that's just an example. And plus, that's warranted. I have a reason to justify my political beliefs there. But these guys are just sharing it for everyone to see like it's fucking normal, which, I mean, I guess maybe it should be normal. It's fucking America after all, freedom. But it's not. It's not. It shouldn't be normal because they make themselves look like fucking weird lunatics for trying to show their political beliefs to everyone. So, I mean, yeah, again, if you had Biden 2024 stickers on your Chromebook, well, I'd think the same thing. But yeah, really, it's just like, okay, we get it. You like Trump. You like sucking his dick. You you want to be with him. You want to be his hoe. You want to be his bitch. You want to suck that cock, that orange ass cock, that 70-year-old man cock. You want to get on his fucking campaign run so he can suck his cock. But okay, but unfortunately, you're a retard. I'm sorry. You're just a retard. You don't know anything about politics. Fuck you, fucking dick. I'm getting quite angry this episode. I know. I'm getting quite violent. I'm getting unwarranted violent. I mean, you got the Ukraine invasion. You've got the Queen dying. You've got Kyle Rittenhouse being freed, and now you've got fucking ignorant ass kids, fucking who know nothing about politics, putting Trump stickers all over their Chromebook. Like, I know their parents are most definitely also Trump supporters, which is probably where they got their beliefs from because, kids can't fucking think for themselves, including myself. I can't think for myself. I got my political beliefs from the internet. And again, it's probably hypocritical. I'm 14. I'm fucking telling you about political beliefs and how to not be a fucking lunatic. And basically, I'm saying don't be a Trump supporter. But I mean, just don't support any politician, really. Just only support them if they actually do really good things most of the time instead of consistently doing shitty things. Unfortunately, that does not happen. Politicians consistently do shitty things. It's just how they roll. It's how they do. And anyone who does do good things, well, they don't last long. So, yeah, kind of a shorter episode, but I mean, I have to cut it down for time reasons. But I certainly would like to have more guests on the podcast. Um, More particularly ones that I think have more of a following, but I'll have some other people on as well. But yeah, unfortunately, I will run out of guests at some point. I mean, problem is, I'm only 231 subs YouTuber. I do not have many connections. I have enough connections to a point where I could probably do maybe 10 or 15 potential episodes. But that's really about it. And even then, most of them probably would kind of suck ass. So more like 7 or 5 episodes. So yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Stacy just texted me on my fucking TikTok that I should kill myself. This is the biggest piece of news. Fucker. Um, this is so sad. Oh my god. The BLM riots. Racism is the biggest issue in America. Not the fact that people are fucking homeless, that people are fucking, the class divide is at its biggest right now. And that fucking, there's probably going to be another Occupy Wall Street at some point. But no, fucking racism, fucking piece of shit, fucker, dick sucker. So yeah. Well, that was the ScoobCast. I think it's the 6th or 7th episode, and I don't know. I have dementia. I'm going to forgore about this episode at some point. All I can say is that to all the people fighting for freedom, for all the people fighting for their countries, oh my god, I'm so edgy. Look at me. I'm wearing a V for Vendetta mask. I'm so edgy and cool. I'm insane. I'm mentally deranged. Yeah, but anyways, if you're in Ukraine or fucking Hong Kong, wherever they're fighting oppression, keep going, lads. Keep going. Fucking raw dog them in the ass instead of them raw dogging you. So yeah, good luck, and let's hope that Russia loses. Whoa, let's go.